Okay, we are moving on to our second part of 5.6, writing parallel lines. Writing means y equals mx plus b. That's what I mean, slope intercept. I want to write the line so I can graph the line. So our target today, you can write equations of parallel lines. We're not doing perpendicular. So you're going to identify the slope first. You're going to have m equals something. That's when you get y alone. The second step, you're going to use the skeleton, meaning this frame. So you're always going to go, this point m equals. That's always what it will look like. You'll see me do it. And third, you use point slope. So nothing new, we're just pulling it all together. That's what we're doing. So let's make an equation of a line that is parallel to this line. It's not this line. It's parallel to it. So I need to find an equation of the line that's parallel to that and goes through this point. So according to step 1, I need to figure out my slope. Well, if I'm parallel, I'm the same slope. So what's the slope of this line? 3. So my slope is 3. Okay, reading. Now according to step 2, I make that frame. So I say, I do this. And the point is the point they give me, right here. In a second. That's the point. So that point goes in there. And now I use step 3, point slope. Y minus y's of 1 is equal to your slope times x minus x of 1. So y minus the y I'm given equals my slope times x minus the x I'm given. And then you get y alone. Distribute. Move your 2. So y equals 3x. Negative 9 plus 2 is negative 7. So just minus 7. You can't really see my 7. You still can't see it. That's a 7. That's the equation of the line. Ugh. Do you see it? That's the equation. So step 1, I identified the slope. Step 2, I made my framework and I put the slope in. So I did the framework and the slope. Then I put this point into that. I used point slope, and then I got y by itself. So nothing new. The only thing that you need to know is slope. You have to identify the slope of the line. All right, let's create an equation of a line that's parallel to this line. So it's not this line, it's parallel to it. And passes through the point 1, 4. Parallel means same slope. So according to step 1, I need to identify the slope. So what's the slope of my line? Negative 3. Because that's the slope of the line I'm parallel. And parallel lines have the same slope. So my slope is negative 3. Step 2, my little skeleton or framework. So I say the point I go through, m equals negative 3. This point, 1, 4, will go into that skeleton. So it's going to go in to there. Step 3, 3, I use point slope. Now I know it by heart, you don't have to. It will be on the MCAs for you, or I'll give you an equation sheet. Y minus the y you're given, so y minus 4 is equal to your slope times x minus the x you're given. Anytime I distribute a negative, so I don't mess it all up, I change it to plus a negative wherever a minus sign is, because I promise you kids mess it up all the time. Now I need to get y alone, so I'm going to distribute. Y minus 4 equals negative 3x plus a positive 3. Negative 3 times negative 1 is positive 3. Move my 4. Y equals negative 3x plus 7. That's the equation of my line.
Can it be subtraction too? Like y equals negative 3x subtract 7?
Nope. Definitely
it
can't.
is positive.
Yep, it's positive. Okay. So I didn't even give you any major ones. I mean, sometimes you have to get the other equation by itself prior to making the equation. You don't have to write this down, but I do want to make it in notes in case somebody wanted to watch or a small video. Let's say that, let's make an equation of a line that is parallel to 2x plus 4y equals 6 and goes, no, let's make this 8. So if it's parallel to this and goes through 1, 8. 4, 8. I'm just going to show you how I would do that. Because remember step 1 says identify slope. I can't identify the slope of this yet. I need y alone. Okay, that's me moving the x term. Now I move the y, or 4. Slope, or 1/2, right? Negative 1/2. So now I can do step 1. M equals negative 1/2. The point I go through, and M, and then I use point slope. So I don't need to go fully through it, but I just wanted to show you that sometimes you have to get the slope alone. On my notes, I didn't show you that. So if it's given to you like this, you have to get y alone before you identify the slope. That's per step 1. Step 1 says, what is the slope? Sometimes you have to work to find the slope.